Arsenal's best starting lineup of all time. We are now proud to reveal the team in full. Only one present player makes it to this lineup. Goalkeeper David Seaman. This spot was only ever reserved for one person, wasn't it? David Seaman is the greatest goalkeeper in Arsenal history. Arguably, his greatest ever save was against Sheffield United in the FA Cup, somehow stopping a close-range header from Paul Peschisolido with every last inch of his fingertips. Right back, Lee Dixon. Right back isn't usually a very glamorous position, but Lee Dixon did a great job of disproving that. He made 619 appearances for Arsenal, currently fourth in their all-time appearance makers, winning 4 league titles, 3 FA Cups, and a European trophy to boot. Who can argue with that? Centre back, Martin Keown. If Martin Keown has taught us anything, it's that going back to your eggs may not always be so terrible. Having left Arsenal in 1986, he returned 7 years later a much improved player and was a permanent fixture in their backline, adding speed and tenacity to an already impeccable back four. Keown spent the best part of 20 years at Arsenal, making 449 appearances, winning 4 league titles, 3 FA Cup titles, and a European title to boot. Centre back Tony Adams. It wouldn't be an ultimate Arsenal 11 without this man, Mr. Arsenal himself, Tony Adams. Adams remained a one-club man throughout his career and was everything you needed in a defender: strong, committed, vocal, and could even contribute in the opposition penalty box with big goals. He enjoyed highs with the club, he endured personal lows with the club, but there was nobody more relatable to fans and teammates alike. Adams made 510 appearances for the Gunners, winning 4 league titles, 3 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, and a European Cup. His contribution will never be matched. Left back Ashley Cole. We know it's a controversial one, but put your tribalism aside and you'll realize what a generational talent Ashley Cole was. He was reliable in possession, loved to get forward, and formed a formidable partnership with Robert Pires, but loved his defensive work and had a knack for clearing shots off the line as well. Cole left Highbury in difficult circumstances, yet he still contributed to 2 Premier League titles and 4 FA Cup titles. Plus, he will be forever immortalized as an invincible. Centre midfielder Gilberto Silva. Arsenal have a mixed history of signing players from Brazil, but Gilberto Silva, brought in from Atlético Mineiro, and was a resounding success. Nicknamed the Invisible Wall for his positional awareness, strength in the tackle, and smart distribution, he allowed the more creative players to excel without worrying about their defensive work. His presence provided a base for the famous Invincible side to excel, and he left the club in 2008 with a Premier League title plus 2 FA Cups under his belt. Centre midfielder Patrick Vieira. A true Arsene Wenger masterclass. This spot was reserved for Patrick Vieira and him alone. Signed from Monaco as a 20-year-old with raw potential, he developed into one of the world's best midfielders who can match any physical battle, stand out technically, arrive late to score goals, and more importantly, lead by example. His performances were central to the Gunners going unbeaten in their historic 2004 Invincible season. Vieira made 392 appearances for Arsenal across 9 seasons, winning 3 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cup titles. Centre midfielder Cesc Fabregas. A contentious choice for many reasons, but we shouldn't let emotion cloud how good Cesc Fabregas actually was. After arriving from Barcelona age 16, you could understand feeling overwhelmed in a dressing room full of highly decorated professionals, including World Cup winners and Ballon d'Or nominees. But Fabregas adapted seamlessly and developed into a great captain, displaying inch-perfect passing and goal threat, plus intangible qualities like persistence and mental strength. He made 306 appearances across 8 seasons for Arsenal, winning the FA Cup before eventually returning to Barcelona. Right winger Bukayo Saka, an academy product who would go on to become an influential figure at Arsenal. He introduced himself to Highbury with a lot of display, very talented and can take on any defense. Saka is creating chances, scoring goals, helping in the defensive sides, and also winning games. He's the only player currently to make this lineup. Left winger, Robert Pires. Robert Pires was another example of how Arsène Wenger used his inside track to exploit the French market. Signed from Marseille to replace Marc Overmars, Pires was this glorious wide player, attacking midfielder hybrid who was known for his ability to cut inside and whip strikes towards goal. He scored over 15 goals in 3 consecutive seasons and was even the club's top scorer when Arsenal famously went the whole 2004 campaign unbeaten. Technically gifted, devastatingly decisive, and clinical, the Frenchman left Highbury in 2006 with 2 Premier League titles and 2 FA Cup titles. Center forward. Where do you even start with Thierry Henry? Not only the best forward in Arsenal's history, but their best ever player. Signed as a mercurial winger from Juventus in 1999, Arsène Wenger worked his magic and started playing him centrally. The rest was history. Henry ticked every box: speed, intelligence, technique, swagger, and a mental resolve that demanded absolute perfection from each of his teammates. He overtook Ian Wright to become the club's all-time record goal scorer, 228 goals, and won 2 Premier League and 2 FA Cup titles before joining Barcelona in 2008.